Imagine a world where one day people simply stop dying. At first, the change is subtle. A hospital marvels at a patient who recovers from a fatal heart attack. An elderly woman survives a terrible accident, and scientists scratch their heads as terminal illnesses inexplicably vanish. Days turn into weeks, and society begins to realize the truth. Humans, from this point forward, cannot die. It's not that they are invincible. Injuries still hurt, accidents still happen, but bodies heal with astonishing speed, and even the oldest among us find themselves regaining strength. The news explodes with stories of miraculous recoveries and families reuniting with loved ones who are on the brink. Religious leaders, doctors, and world governments scramble to understand what's happening. Panic, hope, and disbelief ripple through humanity as people grapple with the implications. For the first time in history, the oldest living generation does not dwindle away. The funeral industry collapses overnight, hospitals discharge patients who would once have been lost. The world teeters between celebration and confusion, the first tremors of an immortal future beginning to shake the very foundations of human society. As the years pass, the most immediate and visible effect is explosive population growth. With no one dying, every birth adds to the total number of humans on Earth. At first, it's a curiosity. Families grow larger, great-grandparents share meals with great-great-grandchildren, and birthday parties swell to include 5 or 6 generations. But soon, the planet's carrying capacity is tested. Cities sprawl outward and upward, rural areas become crowded, and arable land shrinks as housing and infrastructure consume fields and forests. Governments impose strict birth regulations, leading to global debates about freedom and responsibility. Resources, food, water, energy, are stretched thin, prompting technological leaps in agriculture and sustainability. Sky farms and vertical cities become the norm, and oceans are transformed into floating habitats. The pressure to innovate is relentless as humanity races to avoid catastrophe. The world is vibrant with life, but the threat of overcrowding looms large, forcing society to re-evaluate what it means to belong, to reproduce, and to share a planet that never empties. With death off the table, the very structure of society transforms. Family trees become tangled forests, with living ancestors stretching back centuries. Inheritance laws become obsolete, wealth accumulates in the hands of the oldest, creating an unprecedented social divide. Careers and education shift. Why retire when you can learn and work indefinitely? Some choose to reinvent themselves every few decades, pursuing new fields or starting over in distant cities. Memories and experience pile up, prompting the development of advanced memory aids and digital archives to help people manage centuries of life. Relationships face new challenges. Marriages may last lifetimes, or people may drift apart, choosing new partners as the years roll on. Cultural traditions surrounding death, grief, and remembrance fade, replaced by new rituals celebrating longevity and renewal. The arts and sciences flourish as geniuses have endless time to refine their craft and collaborate across generations. Yet, with such longevity comes the risk of stagnation. Old ideas and leaders may linger, slowing social change and innovation. Humanity finds itself at a crossroads, torn between the wisdom of the ages and the need for fresh perspectives. As the centuries roll on, humanity must grapple with the psychological and philosophical consequences of immortality. The urgency that once fueled art, discovery, and love begins to wane. When there is always tomorrow, what compels us to act today? Some people struggle with ennui and existential dread, finding it difficult to assign meaning to endless existence. New philosophies and spiritual movements rise, searching for purpose beyond the fear of death. Adventure seekers push the boundaries of experience, exploring the deepest oceans, the farthest reaches of the solar system, and the limits of consciousness itself. Others turn inward, mastering arts or meditating for decades, seeking enlightenment. The planet's resources and space eventually force humanity to look outward, sparking an era of interstellar exploration. Colonies are established on Mars, the moons of Jupiter, and beyond, as the immortal human race sets its sights on the stars. Meaning is found not in the finality of life, but in the boundless possibilities that immortality offers, each individual crafting a story that may stretch across the cosmos. Millennia pass. Human civilization becomes a tapestry of ancient wisdom and perpetual youth. The planet Earth, once bursting at the seams, is now one world among many. Immortal humans spread across the galaxy, encountering new challenges and wonders. Over time, cultures diverge, some embracing endless change, others preserving traditions for thousands of years. The natural world, freed from humanity's desperation to survive, begins to heal in places, while in others, technology and urban life dominate. The absence of death reshapes every aspect of existence. In this immortal future, the greatest adventure may be the search for purpose itself, as the journey goes on, forever.